what's up, everybody? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Today is your man, Beats by Lonze. We are back in the building. I hope y'all can hear me well on the internets, on the interwebs, on the YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, wherever you are in the world. I hope you can hear me right now. Now, listen, one thing about content creators, let me make sure y'all can hear me first before I go into my spiel. Let me make sure you can hear me first before I go. Oh, you can hear me good. You can hear me good. All right. Man, listen, one thing about content creators, if you on this shit and you really on this shit, you are going to come on and you're going to work whether it's rain, sleet, sunshine, whether you sick, whether you don't feel good, you're going to come on here and get to the shit. So let me tell y'all, last couple of days, I've been having a little bit of a flare up, right? So for some of y'all who don't know, I have Hashimoto's disease, which is my body pretty much attacks itself, and that came on from a thyroid condition that I just discovered that I had a year ago, right? So every now and then, whether there's a bacteria in the air or whether there's a cold coming on, my body starts to act stupid. But anyway, about a year, I've probably been dealing with it more than a year, but a year ago is when we did the blood work and they diagnosed me with Hashimoto's disease, right? But anyway, I've been under the weather the last 3 days. And so the last 3 days, you all have seen me come on stream, but you've only seen me come on stream for like that period of time that I'm on stream and I'm out of the studio. Like, all I can do is make the content that I can make and be out of here, right? Make the videos that I make and be out of here. So that's what's been going on with me. Again, like I said, the last couple of days I've been feeling under the weather and I haven't really felt like getting it. But yesterday, the last 24 hours have been awesome 24 hours because Akai dropped the 3.5 update for the software and they also dropped the update for the NPCs. So, for y'all who don't understand that, there's two updates. There is the 3.5 update for the machine that makes the machine get ready to be able to be used into the 3.5 software, right? Because you know there's a conversion, right? Previously, when you were in 2.0 and you were on the 3.0 on the machine, when you go into your software and you have 2.15 on the software, your machine would revert back to the 2.15 screen. So now they made it to where now the 3.5 on the software can match the 3.5 on the hardware. So there's two updates that came out. So a lot of people don't understand that there's two updates that came out. They're just looking for one, and there's actually two. I have been seeing online that a lot of people have been having problems with getting a lot of people have been having problems with getting the software loaded when they had the Key 61. I saw that trend going on. Oh, I got a Key 61. The update software is not in my InMusic account, and so in like fashion of Beats by Lonze, I went out to the Akai website because Akai never, ever, ever puts out a software and not put it on the website, right? Went to the website, boom, the software is right there. So you don't have to actually go into InMusic and download the software. You can download it from the website. But I will tell you, if you don't have the InMusic app, the InMusic app is a good piece of equipment to use, a tool to use to get to your stuff as fast as you need it. Now, I've been asked questions. How do I like the 3.5? I love it. It's cool. It looks good. It's responsive so far. What problems have I had with it? I really haven't had problems with it so far. I actually didn't come on the stream to make beats today, but I did want to work in one of the VST3 programs because I wanted to use the output sampler because I've been hearing about the sampler, reading about the sampler, and they say that you could actually use the sampler the same way you use Serato sample and the same way that you use any other sampling device. So I was like, piqued my interest. I want to see how that works. So today, we're going to go on a journey. We're going to figure out how the output sampler works. We're going to go on YouTube because that's how people do. We go on YouTube. We find out how to work it. We look on ChatGPT. We'll look on Safari. We Google. We find out how do you use it. All right. So while I was here messing around in the studio, I started to make a beat, right? And I made the beat. I started the beat just to have for the stream, but it started to sound like something. So I was like, okay, let me stop where I am right now. Let me stop and get on the stream. Now, I did notice that last part didn't record. So we're going to try it again and see what happens. I saw that tap in. So there's a couple bad notes in there, but we're going to delete those. We're going to start it back over. I was doing too much. Yeah, I was doing too much that other time around. All right. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I moved the playhead. Alright, so before we jump into this plugin, I just wanted to go ahead and mix those hi-hats down a little bit. we are going to do. We're gonna add the plugin that is the sub factory in there to get us some 808, so get us some low end 808 behind that bass. But let's do some research really quick, and let's find out how to use the output sampler, because I saw a ad on YouTube on using the sampler. So let's do that really quick. So let's go there. Let's check out. Oh, and also, just for funsies, the Ableton Move, it just came out with a beta update for having the actual sampling, not the Lazy Chop. Is it Lazy Chop? Yes, I believe it's the Lazy Chop sampling on the Ableton Move is out on the beta. So today, fun, we're going to go and work on the Lazy Chop on the Ableton Move. So that'll be fun.
XRAC Pro is like a cheat code.
That'll probably be another good video for the YouTube channel. All right. So what we want to do is my ADHD is like all over the place. So I'm doing like 5 things at once. All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to YouTube University. Let's see if I can share my screen so y'all can see what I'm doing. All right. So let's remove this one. Bum, bum, bum. Dun, 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 dun. We're going to share the screen again. Doo-doo-doo-doo. All right, let's find that one. Okay, I got you. So we're going to do Chrome tab, window. Maybe that. No, we don't want to do that either. That looks ugly. How do I share the tab? Should have said share tab. Dun, 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 dun. All right, present, share screen, window, entire screen. Oh, you know what I could do? I can move it, but I won't be able to see it. All right, cool. You're just going to have to listen. It ain't allowing me to show the whole entire screen. So you're just going to have to listen and watch my face. What's up, Dayson? What's going on with you, my guy? All right, so what we're going to do is we're just going to put our what's his name back on the screen so you can see that. Bum, 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 bum. And it says it's there. Ah, there it is right there. Awesome. Okay, cool. So now what we're going to do, we're going to search for output sampler generator. And I typed that wrong, but I think it's going to figure out what I tried to say. All right. All right. User kit episode 002. All right.
Simply press generate. That sounds really cool.
Dismiss and play.
Have you been wondering why so many producers in the industry are using a sampler with samples that anybody could have? What's up, everybody? It's CMP with Craftman. Get yourself some MIDI drum. The DMs are you bust into it in EC. I've got the keys track are uploaded. It's just looping right here, and then on this section, this section inside your DAW, right? That was in the beginning. There's samples, and they are
Okay. All right. Cool. I don't think that. I think I got an idea of how to do it. So all right. So let's try it out. Let's just do some. Let's do something really quick. So we want to go to new track. We're gonna make it a new plugin. Do it. And then we're gonna go to our plugins, our VST3s. I'm gonna find output. We're gonna go to arcade. Arcade is here. We're gonna hit our little handy dandy little bring up the thingy function. Automatically it has new sampler at the top. So we're gonna do create new sampler. Discard any changes we got, and it says custom kit. All right, so I'm thinking the best way to do this is to drag a sample into the sample kit. So let's see if that works. Let's see if by dragging a sample into the kit, does it automatically add the sample into it. All right, and if that don't work, then we'll come to the next thing. So we got settings. Let's look at our settings really quick. Window size, profile. Okay, so that is not that. All right, cool. So let's go to what I said we're gonna do in the first place, and we're gonna do that. So let's go to Masada's Breakbeats, and we're just gonna grab a sample. Let's see if we can put it anywhere. Nope, you can't do it that way. Let's see if we can put it down into the keys. The little key thingies. Yep, you can put it there. Ho, 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 ho. All right, now that we got it on a pad, all right, so you can add it to a pad. All right, so let's see. Generate kit, remove sample, edit. So let's edit. All right, and then let's see. Okay, you can speed it up. You can tune it. You can format it. Okay. Reverse, loop, jump to cue cut, snap to grid, playback. Okay, voice limit 6. All right, modify editor, loop, reverse, jump to cue point, snap to grid, note on. There's got to be a way to chop. Advanced, cutoff, BPM. MIDI follow. What does MIDI follow do? Well, it does put it on the C note, so that's cool. Let's see. All right, cool. So grid transients. Oh, there we go, transients. So we are able to see the transients. All right. So how do I? All right. So we got snap to. Main volume crossfade modifier edit loop. Oh, we're gonna figure this out. Modulation, macros, playback, sample edit. Volume pan, crossfade. Gotta be a way to chop it, man. Oh, maybe. Oh, there it is. Generate your kit slicing the audio. Oh, you know it. That is crazy. Y'all. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me figure out how to cut it down. All right. So we're in plugin, so we'll just go to channel mixer and we'll bring it down in the mixer. The bad thing about it is you can't see them on the you can't see them here on the MPC. But if I was to click them here, all right. So let's see. We are. So you have different effects presets. Crazy. Now the only thing that's missing Only thing is missing is the chops need to not cut off because it's only going like maybe like 2 seconds of a loop. So once I figure out how to stretch it, so let's go to stretch and see. It says it's reslicing the sample. All right. Now I need to. That joker is humming right there, boy. Goodness gracious. Well, hey, I tried it. It worked. May not have been the best chop, but I tried it and it worked. All right, so how do I? Oh, it's right there. Dun, 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 dun. So first thing I need to do is, while we're in this chop, we know that the sample is at 131 BPM. We know that, right? So our tempo is at 96 BPM. So what we want to do is, let's go into the sample. Let's go back to the pitch. I don't remember the math per se, but let's go down the key. I don't like that key. Negroes in. It wasn't that. Okay, let's put quantize on. And we're gonna go back to our sample. Ew, where were we at? So we're back at the regular sample. Guys, I just got out of where I was and I don't know how to get back in it. Oh, there we go. Woo! So we're on the key of C. And not middle C either, but it's middle C there. Alright, and let's go back to macros, modulation, sample edit. Man, so many tools, man, you can use. So many tools that you can use. And the freaking sky's the limit on what you can do. Alright, so let's close that out. Alright, so we don't want to be in pitch. There we go. What does hold do? Alright, so there's a right click function on the sample pad that you click on output. So it gives you hold, generate kit, remove sample, or edit. So when you go to edit, that's where the regular edit function is at. But if you go to generate kit, it will slice your audio for you, and it has like this AI looking kind of thing that will come across the screen. And alright, and so what we knew before, that the standard slicing only gave you like 2 seconds of a slice. But if you went to chopped, and it's supposed to be quantized to the actual beat. So let's see just without messing with anything if it's going to sample correctly. No. I like that kind of sound right there, but let's go to something else. Let's change the preset. Alright, so let's go back to pitch. let's go to, since we're in sequence 1, let's copy the sequence to 2. We're going to make this the bum, bum, bum. We're going to make this the hook. All right, and then what we want to do is in that plugin, in that arrangement, we want to take out those chops. All right. Wow. Okay, output. Okay, output. All right. I'm gonna make a new series called Positive Vibes. What's up, Vendetta for Life? Appreciate you. I am cooking in Output Sampler. I wanted to test out the Output Sampler because I have not seen a lot of people using it. Anti-Semantics, what's up, my guy? Appreciate you. I've been watching people's channels. I have not heard people using the Output Sampler as a sampler. So again, I saw a commercial that they said, "Oh, you can use Output Sampler. You can drag your samples in, and you can chop them up and stuff." So I was like, "Shh, let me check that Output Sampler out because Output is pretty damn cool." And so I was able to pull in a sample. It has a whole bunch of effects in it. Has a whole bunch of mixing ideas and things you can do. And yeah, it brought some different chops. Instead of you chopping your regular, however you find the sample, this thing puts some other, it puts some other things into the field where it sounds crazy. So I was able to actually go in and take a sample. If I can show y'all really quick, like. This is a sample with the effects on it. Actually, that's a bad, I guess that's not a bad representation of what it is. Let's see if I can go back and find the original sample. So it says, it was over here somewhere where it said playback original sample. Blah, 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 blah. Goodness gracious. Well, I guess I can't. Where is it? Right click, edit. There it is. Playback. Nope. But anyway, I took a sample. I brought it into the Output Sampler. Again, I was able to chop it across 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I was able to chop it across 15 pads, add some effects to it. And yeah, it came out with some crazy chops. And so I just wanted to try to chop some stuff and make it fit. So I think I found something that almost fits, and it ain't sounding too bad. But like I said, I think I was gonna make a new series called I can chop anything. Like, you should get to the point to where there's nothing that you shouldn't get like pushed to the corner to where you only work on certain types of music. Like, you can take anything, any type of sound, you can chop it, make it manipulate it, make it into a sound. Or you can take any type of sample and make it unrecognizable, because that's what you want to do. You want to get the sample and make it unrecognizable so that, if you try not to get caught using samples, you don't get caught. And people will start to ask questions like, where did you get that sample from? And they have no idea. So that's why I want to get to the point to where I am chopping samples where you don't know where I get them from. So Anti-Semantics always got the semantics. So he says, I just don't get the big deal about the desktop. It's just a DAW like the rest of them. You should be able to produce end-to-end in standalone. That is absolutely okay. Anti-Semantics, I will tell you, my brother, that is 100% correct. You should be able to only produce end-to-end on standalone. However, as we all know, the MPCs are limited. You only got so much memory that you can use. You only got so much plugins that you have access to inside standalone. And so while that is beautiful, and I love the limitations of being able to only be able to use so much of the power and processing that is in the MPC, it opens up a whole brand new world when we're talking about this software. Because now, let me tell you, bro, I have a Mac Studio M2 Max, right? 64 gigs of memory. I believe I think it has like 2 terabytes of storage. It is probably, I think, on the list of Macs, when you go to the Mac Studios, it was like not the top one, not the second one, but the third tier. So it's the third tier, but it's up there in the Mac Studios, right? So anyway, the power of this freaking Mac is unbelievable. So being able to bring in all these different types of plugins and running all these different sounds and samples and audio engines at one time, man, you don't get that power inside of the regular MPC. And so that's why I like working in controller mode in the desktop in the DAW, because now I got the best of both worlds. Not only can I bring in all of my expansions right here on the freaking machine, I have all the expansions, and let me tell you, I have almost a terabyte of expansions on this hard drive. And if I was to plug this expansion hard drive to my MPC, it's going to take about 30 minutes for it to try to load up enough memory to read all these expansions off of this hard drive, right? But if I put it on this Mac Studio, instantly that controller mode and this DAW is going to be able to read what's on this hard drive, and I can bring up all the expansions all at one time. Now, I will tell you that before I put all those terabyte of expansions on that hard drive, I did the same thing with every one of my machines. Every one of my machines has a hard drive bay minus the MPC one. And so what I did is I went in the beginning and I put like the top 25, top 30 expansions that I had on every machine. So that every machine I had the same expansions across the board before I went expansion crazy. And so that whenever I open up the machine, I have the expansions that I want to get the sounds that I want. But all I'm saying is, using the power of the DAW, do not omit using the power of the DAW, because that thing is incredible. And like I said, you would not be able to use output in the regular standalone MPC. You couldn't. Now, I don't need it, but just the fact that you have a whole open source of VST3s, VST2s, every plugin known to man that you have on your computer pulls up in the DAW. And now, not only can you use the sounds, you can use the effects, you can mix, you can master right there in the DAW and as a hybrid controller at the same time. So that is beautiful. That is a beautiful thing about it. Answer to Semantic says, but you just made the argument for using the machine MK3. Same thing. The MK3, same thing. Using the MK3 is just like using it with the M3 software, or whatever it's called, the 3.0 software for machine, with the Machine Plus and the MK3. Same difference. You still use the power of your computer. You just don't have a real standalone. I don't want to say that. Who's calling me? I don't want to say you don't have the use of a real standalone, because there's a lot of people that use it as a standalone machine and is really, really good at it. What is there's a girl, there's a woman producer. I think her name is Janae. Janae. Let's see if it populates. I think her name is Janae. Machine.
Hi
There
guys,
she
want to get
is.
that keyboard set
Yep,
up?
her name is Janae. Janae. It's JANAEENIMSAJ. She is a beast on a freaking machine. She is a beast on machine. I think she just got rolled over to NPC as well. But she is a beast on machine. And she knows that damn machine like the top of her hand. She knows all the shortcuts, how to use it in its entirety. And that's how you should be able to use a machine when you are a instrumentalist and you are a drum machine specialist like she is. And I strive to be as good as she is on a damn machine. But anyway, I digress. I digress on that. You made me go off on my ADHD and talk about something else. But anyway, so blatantly blatant. What's up, my guy? I appreciate you. I just did a video last night on the top content creators and producers that have studios that I am in awe of, that I wish that my studios worked like their studios. Blatantly Blatant Network is one of those guys who's in the video that I did last night. So salute to you, my guy. Appreciate you. So he says people complain about arrangement view. I'm not tripping off of that. All right. So yeah. So pretty much what was supposed to happen, I just put my controller on arrangement view, right? I think I can unplug the power. Yep. And hopefully y'all can see. All right. All right. So listen. So check it. We go to menu, go to arrange, and now you're in arrangement view. And you see how in the software on the screen, you can see the MIDI data, but you don't have the arrangement view like what's on the actual NPC. Y'all see that? It has all your tracks, has all your pads listed. As you see, every time I hit a pad, it moves down to where that track is. It is a arranger, but it does not have the arranger view that's inside the 3.0. And that's what people are complaining about. That, man, listen. These people are going to complain about everything. If the fucking machine made fart sounds, they're going to complain that, oh, there's no fart sounds in the machine. Do you need fart sounds in the machine? Probably not. But they're going to complain about anything. So the UI for the arranger has not been created yet to make it look like the machine. That's the only thing that's missing. So again, watching the videos that Bolo did a video on it, and he said that he spoke to Akai, and Akai said that they were working on the arranger mode on the rest of the software. This is only beta, so you know how they're doing testing on beta. And if you watch the way Akai's been working in real form, they're knocking out these updates really, really fast. So that's how that works. I appreciate you as well. The UI for the Native Instruments plugins. You're talking about the plugins that are on the actual machine? Yes. The UI for the Native Instrument plugins on the NPC is pretty damn dope. So let's go new track. Let's see if it will pull up on the screen. So this is just a concept. here's a concept that I just want to float out there. That this is just a regular plug-in. This is TubeSynth, and that is the plug-in for TubeSynth, and it is the same plug-in that you can see, maybe not, but it's on the actual MPC, and it's actual on the 3.5 beta. So 3.5 is dope, bro. I can't complain about it. Now here's my only complaint. if the 3.5 cannot work with this controller, then we got problems. Now the information that came out did say that the only thing that was compliant with this new drop is all of the new machines, right? It didn't say anything about any controllers. So it is possible that this won't work. So we're going to test it out live right now. I got the slot open, and we're going to see if this works. I'm in controller mode, so what I may have to do is, I don't know, I've never been in controller mode and plugged up two machines at once. So let's see. Let's save it first before we do anything stupid. Save project as Stupidity 25. We're going to save it to our SD card. All right. And so we're going to get out of, let's see if we can get out of controller mode. All right, so we're going to get out of controller mode, go back to standalone mode. But we're going to leave this project up. I'm going to plug in my Studio Black MK2. So he says, I've been having issues merging paths into the next bank on my Force. It plays merge sounds no matter what. Help. You're gonna have to send me a video of what you're talking about. I think I know what you're saying, but I think you're gonna have to send me a video of what's happening. To the clip view or mode 2 years back or something. Wait, didn't you say some people complain about anything? Yeah, some people do complain about anything. You know what? I think the difference is that coming from being a Marine, like, we always get thrown with shitty predicaments, and you got to be able to evolve and move around shit that happens, and you got to adapt and overcome. So when things like this comes out, I'm like, that ain't a big deal. We'll figure it out. All right. So as y'all can see, you probably can't see, but I am hitting the pads on the Mark II, and I don't have a sound. However, that could be because of a couple things. So let's do some troubleshooting. Let's make sure that, because I got out of controller mode, that it didn't change my preferences. It did. It changed my preferences. So now I need to go look for yeah, it don't pull up that this is a controller. Now it does show that it says hardware is there, but when I go to the devices, it don't show as a controller. So what I did is I just made my Studio Live, the controller as an input. So looks like the MK2 is working. So it sounds like it's working. We ain't gonna put that sound in there. I was just messing around just to show y'all that it is. All right. So, a proof of concept works. So we know that in the new software, the MK2 software, the MK2 hardware does work in the 3.5 software. All right. So we know that works. So there should be no complaints about that machine working in the MK3 software. And it is one of the newer machines and controllers anyway, so I felt like it would still be able to control and use it like it already did. But I did, just so y'all know, I did the Ren, MPC Ren, and the MPC Touch last night on PC, and it didn't work. But they're not supposed to. They're not supposed to work in 3.5. But if you use them in 2.0, they work in 2.0. Blatantly said, I'm surprised people not saying, "Oh snap, a new MPC on the way to solve." Exactly. Hey, follow the freaking breadcrumbs. This is how it works every single time. So follow the breadcrumbs. Put your money up. The Logic Pro update did come out. They did come up with an update to the stems. Shout out to Masada. He sent that to me, and I have not gotten into Logic yet to update my Logic and check it out and see what the new stems does. But it does have, if I can just show y'all real quick, like I can share to y'all. I can share to y'all what it looks like on the stems. So not only do you have on the stems, not only do you have the four pieces of the stems that you can stem out with Logic, with the new Logic, you have the option to have some more options to stem out on the stems. And I'll show you what I'm talking about in a few seconds. There we go. Just want to airdrop it to my computer so I can share it to you. Alright, so we're going to share, stop sharing that, present, image file. Let's see, downloads. There we go. Alright, so in the new Logic update, because I checked it out before, I did do the research on it and watch the video that was sent to me of what was happening in the new Logic update, but it has a new update to the stem splitter. And so, like I was saying, in the regular stems, you got vocals, drums, bass, and guitar, but now they added piano and then an other section. So other would be everything else is not vocals, drums, bass, or guitar that didn't get caught in the vocal or didn't get caught in the guitar or whatever, they put it in other. And then what you can do, you can actually individually separate what stems you want. So if you just wanted to do like piano and guitar together, then you can just click on piano and guitar and stem out those two pieces together. Or if you just want to do vocals and the drums, you can do vocals and the drums together. Or if you just want to do, obviously like vocals by itself, you can just click on vocals and stem out vocals by itself. So that's very cool. And I was not looking for an update for that. I don't use Logic like that, but I did pull it up the other day, and I was like, man, it does look really good. And Logic does perform really well because I use GarageBand, and GarageBand is pretty much the baby. It's the daddy to Logic. It is the daddy or the granddaddy. It's the granddaddy to Logic, pretty much. And so, GarageBand is just a lower tier, and it has it don't have all the new stuff that Logic has. It's just a subscription. It's just a subscription away to get Logic, but Logic is dope, and I will get to it. But right now I got so much shit to get to. I'm behind, and do I have Logic on the iPad? I don't know if I have Logic on the iPad. I should have Logic on the iPad, but there's a possibility that I don't. Well, I thought I did. But anyway, yeah, whatever other last questions you got for me, I've been on here for an hour and 12 minutes. Woo! But I had fun, though. Like I said earlier, I've been sick the last couple days. Last 2 days, I've been under the weather. And I feel good today. So, even though I've been under the weather, I've still been streaming. I've still been making videos. I've still been trying to get to it. And one thing I kind of don't do when I'm in the studio is I have my water with me, but I be so focused on what I'm doing, I don't always drink on time. So I have to remember to stop and drink because you'd be dehydrated forever messing with these freaking computers and these drum machines. Anyway, let me just say thank y'all again for watching the stream. Thank y'all for being here. Much love to y'all for stopping on your lunch breaks and taking the time to hang out with your boy. I really appreciate it. Good looking out. Yeah, if y'all have any other questions, yeah, let me know about that force. Shoot me a video to Facebook Messenger. If you're on Facebook Messenger, send me a message with a video of your problems you're having on the force with. I think I know what you're talking about with the clip going over to the next track, but send it to me anyway, because I think that is if my brain is telling me correctly, that is a setting. That's a setting in the quantize. So send that to me. I am at Beats by Lonze on Facebook, or I don't know if the video is going to be able to come through on Gmail, but send me an email at beatsbylonze@gmail.com. You can always put it in a Google joint, the Google Drive, or share the link to me from your Dropbox if you got Dropbox, and I'll get back with you and let you know what if I can figure out what is going on. And if I can't, then I'll let you know. But anyway, again, thank you. Shout out to y'all. Salute. And I'll catch y'all on the next stream.